Win or go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC wildcard game. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go, Zach.
Tua to throw right away. And his first look is incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A gain there of 30 big ones. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Now Tua. Again, it's Johnson. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Looking to throw again on second down. Tua looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Johnson. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical it would be this easy, but they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of.
They'll run for the first time with J.K. Dobbins. And all the way down inside the 5 with a 4. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal. They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working. But I flip it over and watch and say, okay, what are you going to do to change things up? Because if you don't, they're going to put that ball in the end zone real soon.
2nd down and goal. Tua. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, you know you don't want to make a mistake in that area, so you make sure you make a smart throw. Throw it out towards the sidelines. If you overshoot your guy, so be it. It's just the incompletion that we saw there.
Tua now, 3rd and goal. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Buccaneers will strike first here in this wild card matchup. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now a 7-0 game. So that was a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it ends with a touchdown for the Bucs. From the 6. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. On 1st down, Justin Herbert. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Herbert. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. Play action. It's Herbert. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
On 4th down, Herbert. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a 1st down, too. short side left. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Over the middle, complete. It's Watkins. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 33. Give them 19 there as the drive marches forward.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10, down at the 33. Now it's Herbert. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Herbert jet sweep as he taps it forward. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
The quick slant caught. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming down throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. Hill is in. Touchdown, Seattle. So they brought the extra bulk in down on the 1-yard line, and they're able to push this one across.
Yeah, I can just see your face right now because I know we're mind melding on this one. Coach Madden would love this. Power football, hat on a hat, chest to chest, driving forward, touchdown.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. So out come the Bucs now. I guess you could say they're kind of fortunate to be in the position that they're in, able to host as a division champ, because it's really one of the weakest divisions in the NFL.
And there's often the discussion every time, right? That 4th seed, should they actually be hosting? Because sometimes it turns out that division winner has a lesser record than wild card teams that get in, and some people think that'd be a more fair way of doing things. I gotta tell you, I personally like it.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Derek Stingley picks it, and the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Derwin James with a pick. And the Bucs are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. After the turnover, it's Tua. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
But he certainly didn't like what he saw at all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to a safety foul. Give defense a credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
To throw again on 2nd down. Tua. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Looking to pass. Tua. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. James now to return it. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. This offense returning out there, and really, you remember the last drive, Charles, it was over before it even began. They threw the interception on the very first play.
And what that means is for all these guys, it's been a while since they've been out there going full speed, so they've got to get everyone back out there, run a couple of your go-to plays, make sure you get your offense oiled up a little bit. They've got to be able to start fast, but they've got to be efficient as well.
Especially the quarterback. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. That's going to be caught by Pitts. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Herbert operating from the red zone. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap for Herbert. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Herbert takes it and just pops it forward. And he is going to lose yardage here. So out now is the Seattle field goal team. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. And his kick is indeed good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into him because they were there to help break that pass up.
After the incompletion, here now 3rd and 2. Tua sets up to pass it. He's got a man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A gain of 32 that time. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They'll try to draw here with Dobbins. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. And we're at the 41, 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Tua. Here's Johnson with a reception. And they are into field goal range now as he's got the first down at the 26.
Okay, right? Yellow, line, check white.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive. And here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Noah Fant, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Bucs will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is now 14-10. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This taken in at the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. And the Seahawks offense going to get one final possession in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Herbert. And now he'll fire deep downfield for James. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Back to throw here, Herbert. Oh, he's got his tight end pitch complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. The final shot before the break for Herbert. He's going to wind up and air it out. He's got a man complete. So we come upon halftime. A look around the NFL. We'll have to wait for postgame because we are moving right through halftime and on to the third quarter. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. The Seahawk offense set to go to begin this third quarter. And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now, because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
That goes for a gain of 31. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Again, Herbert. Got this complete to the tight end Pitts. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Herbert on 1st down now. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. 2nd down coming up. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Seahawks have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 17-14. So that drive, 6 plays, 75 yards. And it all culminates with a Seattle score. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half. And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, 1-score game. Now the lead is already changed. He rifles one that's intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. But when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback.
Herbert has it knocked free, and it's picked up by the Buccaneers. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10. And he returns it to the end zone. A fumble recovery touchdown for the Bucs. Sanders now to add the extra point. It's up and good to make it 21-17. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football. We witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Third quarter, wild card round. Thanks for being along for the playoff ride with us. Here's 2nd and 10. Dancing to his left. That's caught left side to tight end Pitts. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. Herbert. James has got it. Complete. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. To the air again, Herbert. And this one is incomplete.
They did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way, so dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it, just move on to the next play.
Screen pass to Charles. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there, 4th and 3. They snap it to Herbert. He finds his man, complete. That's James. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. But Charles, what a rookie season he had catching the football, over 1,000 yards on the year, and he comes through there with a nice grab.
And we've seen wide receivers in recent years come in and have big years right away. And you think about Justin Jefferson in 2020. 1,400 yards and huge impact on his team and on the league. This guy, he's falling.
And this is caught inside the 5. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. That one goes for 30 yards. Herbert back to the air. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
You got to give some credit there, able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and get some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Now Herbert, 3rd and goal. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Seahawks have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And that gives them a 3-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. This offense trying to change the script here a little bit, CD. Trailing on the scoreboard, and the last time out on the very first play of the drive, they threw that interception.
And you definitely saw his coaches, teammates come over to him on the sideline, trying to help him shake it off because in this game, his team is down right now. So it's important to make sure you get some confidence back for both the quarterback and the entire offense. Otherwise, those mistakes could continue to pile up.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. First down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. 1 quarter remains in this NFC Wild. Back now here on EA Sports. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Room here to run. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A big pickup there, 18 yards and a Buccaneer first. A give up the middle to Dobbins. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. From midfield, here's Tua. He's got this complete to Robinson. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 27-yard line. 2 now on first down. This one hauled in, and again it's Robinson. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Again, it's Johnson. And in for the Buccaneers, touchdown. Deontay Johnson, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Bucs answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that will make this a 4-point game. A 10-play drive that time. And in the end, it was Deontay Johnson's touchdown catch to cap the drive. This one fielded at the 5. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the 4th as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
On 2nd and 10, Herbert. That's going to be caught by Pitts. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That'll put him over 150 yards receiving now. Quite a ball game and a first down. Justin Herbert looking to pass. He has it complete to Christian Watson. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
All right, let's just put it on the table real quick here. This is 2-minute drill. You got to know they're looking for their #1 receiver.
Yeah, you think they'd be ready for that? That time they weren't. Meanwhile, Herbert's throw taken in by Watkins here. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. Throwing, Herbert. And it's knocked away and incomplete. What a play. Maybe a game-saving play on the knockdown there.
That was beautiful, wasn't it? If you're looking at it from the defense's perspective, they looked like they had a shot at it. Maybe a completion. Ball gets knocked away. Can they rise up and do it again?
Touchdown! Quez Watkins from 17 yards out. And the Seahawks have taken a 4th-quarter lead. Extra point right down the middle. So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages as a field goal now can only tie it. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So now the Bucs down 31-28. At time, a huge factor. A 4th straight defeat looming on the horizon, barring a comeback here as they've got it with a 1st down. Here's Tua. Pass complete to Robinson. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. And we've reached the 1-minute mark in this game. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. Trying to connect there with Wan'Dale Robinson, and it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Tua. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Tua to throw. Here's Johnson with a reception. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And his kick is good. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the 4th quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
Herbert to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. He's got a man complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. Four quarters not enough. We're all even, and to overtime we go. plenty of chills and thrills in this one, and more to come here as overtime will decide who moves on to the divisional round. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. Well, CD, certainly doesn't get any more exciting than this. Overtime in the postseason. Of course, keep in mind things are different than the old way it was. In the playoffs now, both teams guaranteed a possession, so a touchdown here, if they get one, the ball game will not be over.
And partners, we both know many people have called for this change before, and they finally got it after the Buffalo-Kansas City Classic in the 2022 playoffs. Patrick Mahomes and KC, they score first. Game over. Josh Allen and Bills never touched the football, and people hated that. Now the game reaches OT. Every playoff team has a chance to fight to extend their season. So the plan has got to be, you win the toss and you take the ball, reach the end zone and score, and put as much pressure on your opponent as possible to try and win a game in OT in the playoffs.
And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. A nice start for them here to overtime, and maybe the plan here is don't do anything too crazy. Don't try for some big play, Charles. Just move the chains, put the pressure on the defense.
Well, these early first downs are certainly nice confidence builders as they begin overtime, because even though you've just played 4 quarters, the feeling's entirely different when you take the field in OT, because you just want to settle in, as you suggested, keep the ball moving, and rely on your opponent to make that first big mistake.
Keeping the aggression going on defense in overtime here, a first down blitz.
You know you can get burned on it big time if they pick it up, but in this situation, they brought the blitz, put some pressure on.
Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the side. Well, the defense coming through there, CD, with a big-time play, and they're getting close here to getting off the field and giving their offense a chance to win this ballgame.
The partner nowhere's cheering louder after that play than their offensive teammates, because they understand how different things would be if instead of going out needing a touchdown.
It's caught inside the 25. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. Not lacking aggressiveness here to begin overtime, Charles. A pretty big play right there, and looked like it might have caught the defense off guard. They may have been expecting something a little more conservative.
Yeah, they've got to shore things up in a big way, because they make any more mistakes like that and really let them drive it on them, they'll be putting their offense in a tough spot to answer if they want to extend their season.
No gain on the screen there. It's second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. To throw again on second down. Herbert. It's complete. He finds Falk here. Touchdown, Seahawks. And Charles, that touchdown alone doesn't win him the game anymore with the rule changes in overtime in the postseason, but they still went down, scored, got the job done, and now they put it in the hands of their defense.
And with the other side now guaranteed an overtime possession, getting that score was vital. The pressure's now on their opponent, and their defense, they have to play off the momentum the offense generated. One stop, and they end this game.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. Well, CD, in the regular season, they would already be celebrating. Not so simple here in the playoffs. Now they also need to make a defensive stand if they want to pick up the victory.
And I'm sure the team would be in favor of just taking the win right now, but in a small way, those defenders also kind of happy for the rule change, because now, on the big stage of postseason, they're the ones who can come out here and lock down the victory.
Well, this is where the new rule comes into effect. In past years, this game's over. They've got a chance, though, to match touchdowns now. It's first down. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I'd give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
To throw on second and 10. Tua over the middle. He completes it to Robinson. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down.
Yellow, orange, check white, check pink, black swap, blue check.
Tua setting up shop to throw again. Robinson's got it. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. Well, what a game this has turned out to be here. 2nd possession of overtime. Obviously, Charles, they need the touchdown. And now looking pretty good here in the red zone.
And in addition, they face a very important decision if they do reach the end zone. Kick the extra point, take the tie, and send this game to sudden death. Or go for 2 and let it come down to one last 2-point try.
Now Tua completes it to Fant on the right side. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Tagovailoa going right back to Fant. And the Buccaneers are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go.
And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. 4 yards there on the touchdown run. Sanders on for the extra point. And his kick is right through. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And Seattle now ready to march onto the field. Well, one touchdown answered by another, and we see those new overtime rules come into play and extend this game here, partner. So now it's nice and simple from here on out. Next score wins.
It certainly is, isn't it? Even with the new rules, this is why winning that opening coin toss is so valuable. Now we've reached sudden death. They get the first crack at ending this playoff classic. Execute the same way you did the last time out, and they will certainly be celebrating shortly thereafter.
1 or 2 more big plays could get them in position for a game-winning field goal. Here's 1st and 10 now. They'll let this go for the end zone. And this is caught. It's a touchdown in overtime, and they are marching on to the playoffs. Well, Charles, you don't get many more games exciting than that. Not only did we reach
whenever I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. 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 I hope y'all can nest double E, 'cause I need your eyes on me. Once I get my feet in this end zone, no one can STOP. Can I make a scene like a movie, feeling big, keep it juicy before we start getting unruly. I've been hooping like a hoolie, keep it coolie before I stuff you in a locker like a bully. Like a bully in the work, you can see my fingernail dirt. I'm the last one to leave, even when I come first. Yeah, you might want it bad, but I'm sure I want it work. I'ma do it 'cause I love it, I'ma love it till it hurts. What's the worst that can happen, Captain? I'm strapped and no, I'm not